Being a mom is beautiful. It's rewarding, it's frustrating, exhausting, amazing. Being a mom is hard, and being a mom in the military is...
When I first started having children and a family, it was hard. All of that, I had to take it day by day.
As my children have gotten older, it brings new challenges. They are older and self-sufficient, so it's easier in that sense, but it brings on new challenges because they're involved in more things, and those things you don't want to miss.
For new moms, staying on top of military requirements can be difficult, especially when you're having to get back in shape, meet height and weight standards, or if you elected to breastfeed but you have a mission in the field coming up, and so on. Luckily, there are policies in place to help ease those difficulties, including updated policies for postpartum soldiers. Here's Sergeant First Class Ashley Delisle, a new mom herself, on some of those recent policy updates.
There are multiple policies in place right now that protect our pregnant and postpartum soldiers. Some of the main policies in place regarding pregnant soldiers is the requirement to counsel all soldiers as soon as they find out they are pregnant. This allows them to know of what rights they have and resources are available to them. Another big policy is pregnancy profiling. Pregnant soldiers are exempt from physical readiness requirements, height and weight standards, anything that can cause trauma to them, or physically strenuous activities. Common sense needs to be used when dealing with pregnant soldiers to avoid unnecessary risk. For our postpartum soldiers, they are exempt from the requirement to conduct an ACFT for up to 12 months post-childbirth, as well as the requirement to meet height and weight standards has been extended to 1 year. They are also exempt from deployment for up to 12 months, which can be waived at the election of the soldier. Breastfeeding soldiers are authorized the use of an alternate nursing undershirt, and all organizations are required to support breastfeeding soldiers with the designation of a private space to express milk that is not a restroom with locking capabilities. This space must include a flat surface other than the floor to place the pump on, an electrical outlet, and access to safe water sources within reasonable distance from the space. Commanders will ensure soldiers have adequate time to express milk, understanding each soldier's situation will be unique. Reasonable lactation breaks must be provided for at least 1 year after the child's birth. This requirement is also applicable during field training, mobility exercises, and deployments.
I'm glad to see that these changes are being made. It used to be you would have 6 months once you've given birth and delivered a child to get back in shape and do the things you need to do as a soldier.
Too often women feel like they have to choose career or family, and they're not often afforded the ability to do both. We need to make sure that we empower our female soldiers to let them know they can have a career and they can have a family, and both can be successful.
The only way I really got through it were the network of other women in the National Guard. What they wanted for me was to be informed. They wanted me to understand that it's not going to be easy, it's going to be difficult, because it was difficult for them.
Being a mom in general is hard. Speak to your leadership, speak to your peers, speak to your mentors, seek advice.
I am also thankful in the military for resiliency trainings. Now I understand why they do it all the time, is because you have to be resilient if you're going to be in the military, especially as a citizen soldier. We don't do military full-time, but I mean, we also have outside lives. So it's just as hard, just constantly finding a balance. That's difficult.
I don't truly know how my kids feel about me serving in the military, but what I do know is when I pick my 16-year-old's phone up and look at it, there's a picture of me in uniform as her screen. So
now my oldest is starting to ask questions. Like, she wants to understand why. So we just try to talk to her and tell her what we're doing, that we take care of people, and that's our job. And she understands that. She's like, okay, well, you got to go take care of people, so go ahead, Mom, you can go to work. Now my youngest, he's 3 and a boy, so he thinks I kill zombies all day.
I'm hoping to convey to others that choose to become moms that they can have a successful career and be a mother, that they don't have to choose. I'm hoping that this also serves as a great example to my son, that he sees what women and mothers are capable of, and that he is proud that his mother served her country while also raising him.
I wouldn't be here today where I am right now if it wasn't for the support of my military leadership, my friends, my family, of course my spouse. But it literally takes a village to raise children, and you have to depend on others to get through it.
For me personally, the benefits have definitely outweighed all the challenges or things that I had to overcome.
That's the great thing about being in the military. It is truly like a family. A different family, but it's truly like a family, because you can bounce your struggles and your successes off of peers, other people serving, and you have to lean on each other during that time, because you spend a lot of time around those individuals and they become your family, whether you like it or not.
Being a mom is hard, but it's one of the best jobs in the world. Thank you to all of you for your hard work, your dedication. When your mind and your heart may be somewhere else, you still get the job done.